Welcome in, guys. A lot of changes have been done lately, so we're gonna go ahead and explain a little bit what we've done in this grand room at the moment.
Well, before we skip over that step, as you guys can see, you guys be the tell. Do you guys like our new door that we installed?
That is true. Yeah.
We also removed all the flooring that was currently here, that old tile, since the people vandalized it. There was no salvaging that tile. And we've made a couple of restructure in some areas that the best thing was to do is to rip up all the flooring. And then we ended up landing with this product. So tell them kind of on the story on how we landed on here and choosing tile over luxury vinyl plank or engineered hardwood floors.
So we came across a lot of different obstacles with this flooring itself. It was either color, size, you know, if it was the right fit for the property. We got it from Miami, from one of the distributors over there, wholesalers over there. We came across it. It's good material. It's stable. Vinyl plank, you go in there, and even though it's luxury vinyl plank and all that, it's not going to be the same on a $2 million house, guys. You do that on like regular flips, you know, more affordable, you know, homes. But when you go into this type of home, you have to go all out. So I feel like it was a good choice. The size, we're kind of iffy about it still, but I think it was still a good option. We did prefer a little bit more of a bigger one, but
yeah, like a bigger plank, something with wider sizes would have made the house look a little bit better. But what can I say? To be honest, it's starting to grow on me, and once everything starts tying together, it'll be done. As you can see here, notably, we have the railing that's been removed. We were up in the air whether to keep it, refinish it, and get it repainted. But the previous vandalizers, they went and they smashed every single one of those treads, every single one of those handrails. And plus, it wasn't already, I guess they hung on it or something. It wasn't sturdy, it was loosened up. It was a low up to the current code. So various reasons why we decided to go ahead and change the railing. So we're gonna opt in now for a glass railing that should be coming in within the next couple of days. And what do you think? I think that's definitely going to give the house more of a premium feel. That's one of the main things that we did in this area besides raising up the ceilings. I don't remember if we had given you guys that update, but we raised the ceilings at least a whole foot above what they previously were to not make this house feel so
just for you guys to have an idea, the ceilings were probably, guys, around like right here. So me and Noel are pretty average height, but you know, if anybody comes in here 6 foot, 6'1", they're going to feel a little claustrophobic if they walk through this house, right? So lifting it up, it was definitely the right choice, right? We did come across some challenges though, because there was duct running, you know, AC duct running through that 1 foot of space there that we lift up. But luckily we have a good AC guy that came in, you know, did all that work, and you know, came out looking fantastic, to be honest. And it was definitely, you know, one of the good selling points that we're gonna have. And to be honest, they're not even gonna notice. The buyers are not going to come in and notice
the ceilings. That, you know, if they would have previously had the ceilings, they would have definitely made a big complaint about it. To be honest, it was just a place that even I'm 5'9", and I honestly felt a little bit claustrophobic when I walked in there. And I'm by all means average height, so that was one of the main things. We restructured this area, so as you remember, there was a bunch of like basically a labyrinth of doors that was in this area.
There's a door right here,
different closet over
here. Yeah, took all that down, just made it look more open concept and less like maze kind of look, right? Because you had doors over here, then you had another one to go all the way around, and it was just like, you know, there was no need for all those doors.
We basically just wanted to be able, from when you walked into the front door, just be able to see out those, you know, out straight out to the kitchen, out to the backyard and the patio, which is centered with the outdoor kitchen that we're gonna have there. This area here,
if you guys take a look in, all this is from Floor & Decor as well. We went in one day and kind of just designed all the bathrooms all together. So we went and picked out each bathroom itself. There's not one bathroom that looks the same as the other, right? They're all their own thing, all their own characteristics. So that was the main point, the main goal that we wanted for this house.
This bathroom looks a little differently than when we originally got it. It was actually much smaller. The shower was about half the current size. We removed the closet that had no use for it in the other side of the wall. So there was a closet here that was no use for it. So we got rid of that, made the shower bigger. We put a nice recessed niche in it, got new hardware, new lighting. The door for the bathroom used to come in through here. That's another one of the changes. We decided to close it off here.
2 doors.
And
remember,
open up
once
this door.
again, it was a big maze going on.
This house had a whole, imagine this was just a hallway going down here. This was just a hallway that led to the living room that is right here. So it was really like no use into the current area. We did a lot of changes. I'm trying to kind of re-jog my memory because we've seen this house on a daily basis and we don't get to see a change, but lifted up this header all the way through, opened up the door, making a nice solid level throughout. We closed this wall here down this hallway so that now we have a space for a wine cellar that we put a nice lighting inside to give it some kind of accent. We're going to be hanging up the current like wine racks, putting a little counter here and everything like that. And we also have a glass door coming in, you know, to make it look
as well as all the bathrooms,
really,
they're going to
nice.
be glass door. You come along the kitchen, and we did a lot of restructuring here as well, guys. That wall, to be honest, I don't even remember this anymore, how that wall used to be.
This was a peninsula.
It was a peninsula, correct? Yeah.
That used to come out to here. We had like a really narrow path in between this kitchenway. Yeah. We kind of jumped back and forth with this idea because we didn't know how to do it. We thought we wanted to put an island or a peninsula, but the house really didn't give us the space. We felt like we had a long, you know, area to be able to fill in this kitchen. And if we put an island in the middle, it was going to make the space feel, you know, tighter than what it truly is.
Most of the time, guys, when you have a peninsula, it's more for like seating, just to eat, right? But in this house specifically, you have, you know, breakfast nook over here that just anybody could come in and sit down. They don't really need a peninsula anymore to have a quick, you know, little breakfast meal or whatever. They have the breakfast nook. Over here, we have, you know, you have areas as well. You can make it a little dining area if you wanted, or more of like a living, you know, family room area. If you look at this side over there, that's where you have the walk-in pantry, in which we closed down that hallway that Noel was talking about earlier. One side is the walk-in pantry and the other one is the wine cellar. Yeah. So that was definitely a touch there that this house didn't really have. All right, guys, so over here, you know, as you guys remember, you have two exits just in this area to go to the backyard. So you have this one over here going to the left, this one going to the right, and this one. We went to go ahead and did this ramp as well.
You just gave him, we're gonna have to bleep that one out.
Gonna have to bleep that one out, right? This ramp right here, guys, we also did it through pavers. They kind of got creative, the crew with the pavers as well. And they did this like checker looking, you know, Fendi, like Noel likes to call it. We're definitely doing some sort of little game activity over here. So it definitely fit that part of the house. Coming back to the kitchen, you guys see, we're still missing some uppers that you guys obviously saw them over there in that area. Those are getting installed. We picked out a very nice looking, you know, countertop. And go ahead and explain to them kind of what the goal was with that countertop. So
the goal is, as you can tell, we're kind of going with the whole house with the white, black, and gold themes, right? So essentially, we did white base cabinets, you know, white shaker style, everything throughout. And now what we're gonna end up doing is we're doing a full, you know, backsplash and countertop and I think it's called narrow quartz. So it's like a black nice white veins.
White veins.
It looks
complements
really nice.
the appliances that we also, you know, did all black. So we have right here dishwasher, stove, oven and microwave, and we have that beautiful fridge that came out looking a lot better than we expected, to be
black
honest.
slate, gunmetal. It's really, really nice, like really high end to touch. It's even one of those smart TVs there that you could play YouTube, you can have your kids draw on it, you can check it from the store and be able to find out if you have anything inside of it, right? So if you want to go grocery shopping, it's ideal.
In this area, real quick, just before we leave the kitchen itself, this is gonna be uppers right here of around 15 inches with glass. Another one over here, so making this area more like a shelving, you know, just to make it look a lot nicer. We're probably gonna stain it in black. So this is gonna be more of like a coffee station, just to go in and have your coffee maker.
And this is a tip for you guys as like a general contractor. When you're put in a situation like this, let's just say where you're trying to have cabinets go along that wall, but then where you have your current door, let's just say was shorter, that if I would have put regular standard cabinets, my cabinets would have finished, you know, a little bit onto the door. So what do we do here? We go ahead and get vanities. There basically are thinner vanities that we are able to manufacture and just call this a recessed nook in here. So that's kind of one of those neat things you could use when you have limited space and you got to get creative with this house.
Coming into this formal dining area, one of the main things, guys, that we actually came across, the challenges that we had was what? Can you remember?
Oof, the baseboards.
The baseboards. So once we removed the flooring here, there was at least an inch to an inch and a half, guys, of a difference between the baseboards, the original baseboards, and the flooring, right? It was due to the previous flooring. It was marble and it was layered with, what was it?
It was on top of another clay tile, the red clay tile that was throughout here. So it was a once it started peeling up, we had to peel up, you know, almost an inch and a half of layers pretty much to get rid of it. So.
And these spaceboards, guys, these spaceboards are very custom. They're very luxurious. So if you go down here, we were honestly thinking of removing the whole baseboards, but we were lucky to have a good, you know, project manager, which is Noel's dad. Like, he got very creative, let his creative juices flow, and did something very spectacular to save this baseboard, as well as to tie it in with that 1.5 inch difference that we had there. So that was a saver.
Yeah, it was a lifesaver.
I mean,
these are very, like you said, very custom, handcrafted, pretty much pieces of art, you know. They're wooden art. Yeah. And with that height difference, it would have been dramatic, you know, to take, you know, get rid of them, especially with all these casings, moldings, these, you know, nice decorative areas around the doors.
This, you don't see this anymore, guys, right there. This is very custom. And if you want to get this in your house, you're paying a very, you know, nice premium for that right there. So I'm very glad we were able to conserve this. This right here, you know, we're marketing more of an office.
I mean, you got your 2 grand double doors. You have access to your backyard patio. You can go throughout your courtyard with your whole routine with your coffee. You can water your plants. Look at the you know, waterfall right behind us. We put a nice, beautiful light fixture here to give you some of those dark accent tones. And as you can see, the walls have a lot of like colonial arcs around them that just pretty much give you that, you know, secret secretary room in this office. You know, it's really nice.
Here's where you have your access to the attic, which is pretty much considered the 8th room of the house, to be honest. That thing over there, you could literally stand up on it. And to be honest, it's pretty cool to be like a kid and kind of have like an attic like that. Yeah, think about it.
You could just put a little ladder up there and have your secret library up there. So I mean, you can definitely get creative with the space.
So coming in over here, one of the main entrance of the formal living room, guys. This right here, as you guys remember, vandalized all over, had splatter on the walls, broken tiles everywhere. We had the broken window, which was another challenge that we came across. Luckily, we were able to get creative as well and, you know, restore that window. The soffit lighting was a super nice touch that, you know, we went and restored as well. So
yeah, I mean, this area here was already grand in itself. Not much needed to change to it. You know, it's just one of those rooms that once you put some furniture in there, that's it. You don't need to do anything else to it. So we revamped the soffit lighting that was very, you know, yellowish, kind of, you know, dated and old. And we put some new daylight lighting on it, making it feel vibrant, making it feel bright. It's a perfect place for people to host events, for people to host gatherings. At night, I can imagine this would definitely be lit up. Like, this area here has a lot of natural lighting with all the doors and the windows. But, you know, it was honestly a really nice touch to get this to, you know, revamp it. The fireplace itself there, that's something that's very unique to this property. We decided to keep this area here just because this is something you can find very, 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 very hard to recreate in any property. All it needs is a little bit of cleanup. So this is a actual piece of marble that was literally hand carved and handcrafted into being this shape. So very hard to replicate.
And it's a centerpiece for this room, you know. It's this room, it speaks for itself as well, because you have all these moldings and everything, and this right here just complements it so much better. And it's a working fireplace, you know. You could throw in your wood there, and you have the
big massive vent on the outside of the house. As we can see over here, we kept the actual light fixture. This was one that was in the dining room and wasn't damaged, so we were able to put it here because the one that was here, they decided to play monkey bars with it.
And it's a centerpiece as well, guys. And it's that gold accent, you know, like Noel said in the earlier, we were looking more for white, black, and gold, right? So having that gold there, you know, it was perfect for that room, you know what I mean? Which comes across to this one right here that we actually did change out, and we changed it out twice, actually. We went for a more modern looking one with a lot of more
crystals and stuff like
that, right? So that one didn't work out. It looked too modern, and plus it was a headache to go ahead and actually do. So we decided to come across this one. You know, that one is exactly what we're looking for: black, gold, and white. So
I think it gives a nice, you know, feature to the house. It wasn't too low to where it was going to hit somebody to the head, but we definitely needed a piece that, you know, withstood. That one's at least 11 feet long. So it's really high ceilings up from above, you know, and then we can kind of carry you around this area here where we did some different challenges. So as you can remember, we removed all the paneling that was on these walls just because it didn't make sense. gave the whole house like a nice level 5 finish. And now we're walking into the first master bedroom, right? So this would basically be your in-law suite, right? This is your in-law suite.
Not until you see that bathroom though.
Yeah, you know, we have a master on the first floor and a master on the second floor typically. The master on the second floor has all the other bedrooms around it. So for a family with kids and stuff, that'd probably be the one you'd be occupying, or the other way around. You'd want to be, you know, away from the kids. You could be down here. So this room, we did a lot of reconfiguration.
Oh, there was a door here coming in from that, you know, family areas to come into this main master bedroom. So we want to go ahead and close it down just to give it more privacy. There was, like I said, there was no need for this house to be a maze and whatever. So we closed it down. We thought it looked a lot better. And right here, guys, you have one of the centerpieces of the house. This is just a wow factor that you guys see here, right? So look at this tile. It's a 48 by 48 from floor and decor. Looks beautiful. It ties in all this bathroom together. As you guys remember, this was two different bathrooms, right? So we had one entrance here with a little small shower, walk-in closet. So we want to go ahead and restructure everything, open this whole entire thing up. And that's why I can see now Noel perfectly fine.
How you guys
we
doing?
can honestly, you know, hop in the shower together anytime.
Oh man, I'll take you in on that. So let me start here. This area here, we completely expanded because it was a really small shower and a bathtub that we had over there in the corner. Rather than removing that, we still needed to keep the functionality of having two separate bathrooms leading into your two separate closets. And this was kind of the best way we could reconfigure this area. I think we nailed it on the spot. I don't think we could have done anything else differently to make this area fit, because it was very, very challenging. But as you see, we have a nice big grand shower with linear drains. You got your tile inlays inside the drains.
Yep.
You got two separate handhelds plus two separate rain shower heads. We even raised the ceilings up into here so that it'd be a more ample, you know, better feeling. As well as we have glass coming in with the counter pieces for the bottom of the shower that are going to be tying this thing in completely on all three sides. And you're gonna have doors on either one of these sides. So,
and guys, this area right here is massive. I wish you guys could see it in person. Super massive. It's pretty much the size of the garage, to be honest, including this, you know, walk-in closets. It's, you know, you can't get any bigger walk-in closet than this. And then you have another one on the other side as well. So one of my favorite things, to be honest, in this bathroom is this freestanding bathtub, right? Just ties it all together. Looks super, super nice. We want to go ahead and did some, you know, more like colonial fixtures right here, which kind of stands out. And I think we did a great job choosing that. So in this bathroom itself, we went more for like that gold, you know, look to it. And I think it looks phenomenal, to be honest.
And I think we nailed it with this tile. Like he mentioned earlier, this 48 by 48 inch tile throughout this bathroom is beautiful. It's a textured tile, so you can feel it, you can see it. There's glossy areas, there's matte areas. I mean, it's very, very, very unique.
And we were a little bit nervous. We're not gonna lie, we were a little bit nervous when they were installing it. You know, we thought it was gonna be more of a headache to cut and everything, but you know, luckily enough, the right guys did the job. So we were very proud of them. And man, this, like I said, this is very nice. So
yeah, we're thankful. Yeah, this is a lot nicer than what, you know, we imagined it was going to be. Of course, we have a good eye for these things. We're trying to, you know, see the whole vision come through and come to life. But sometimes we doubt ourselves on some of the certain decisions we make. And once everything comes together, you know, you feel very satisfied of how it's turning out.
All right, guys, so we just finished down here. We're gonna go and take you guys upstairs just to see a little bit more of the updates that we've been doing up there.